It's week 3 this week. I ordered my seeds from rainbowseeds.ca. They arrived a few days later. So this week I need to organize my seed, like my planting calendar, and find out what I need to start early, what I need to start indoors, and what I can sow directly in the ground. So that is my job this week. Another thing is it's really cold at night. So last night it was like minus 17 degrees Celsius, and then this afternoon it was like 4 degrees Celsius. So when you get that really cold night and the warm day, that's when the sap is going to start flowing in the maple trees. I've never tapped maple trees before, but we have a few on our property. I'm assuming they're sugar maples. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to tap them. How hard could maple syrup be to make? Who knows? And we bought some pine shelving for our living room. We're gonna put up those shelves. Oh yeah, and I'm gonna crack fill the wall upstairs. To be painted in the future, at a future date. But I think that's not for this week. 4 things. I think that'd be super fun, doing the seed calendar and tapping the maple trees specifically. I think that is gonna be lots, and we'll get to it. It's 2 degrees Celsius. It is balmy warm. When we got up this morning, turned on the car, it was minus 17 degrees, and then the sun is out and it's really warm, so it's warmed it up a lot. Now the snow is starting to melt, so the weather where it's like really cold at night and then gets above freezing during the day is apparently perfect weather for tapping maple trees. You have like a 2 to 4 week window. I think here we have about a 2 week window is what locals say, so I've heard. It probably depends on who you ask, but we have got a 2 week window where we want to be tapping our maple trees. I bought the taps yesterday from Home Hardware. They didn't have like the buckets and the lids, so I asked online. I actually got a lot of really great advice on what I could use instead of a bucket and a lid, but then Dominic saw that the co-op in Sydney has the actual buckets and lids, so he's just gonna go and pick them up tomorrow. So tomorrow we're gonna tap our trees. I feel like yesterday was the prime day, but maybe we're just getting very excited about it, but I think that it'll be fine. We're gonna tap them tomorrow, but it's really nice. It feels like it gets super cold at night. It's nice during the day, and then we can come home. We don't have to rush right into the house. The kids can kind of run around a little bit, and it feels really good because it really feels like spring is coming. So I'm so excited to tap the trees. That is the culprit. And over here as well. And there's a few more back in the trees there. There's a little bit of... I had to take a break from like organizing the seed stuff because there are so many seeds. I'm getting a little bit overwhelmed. I think I have a good system. I'm putting it in a spreadsheet and I'm writing down if I'm gonna direct sow them or start them indoors. And then I'm writing the date that I need to start them indoors or direct sow them, and then writing like the harvest date after. So we have like a really late frost. I think it's even close to like what they would have in zone 3. Like especially our particular area seems like we are in a bit of a colder and maybe even hotter microclimate in the summer. But we've got way more snow than anywhere else on the island, it seems. And maybe that's just this year, but that's it. I think I got a little bit ambitious with the seeds because I ordered a lot and then I have to plant them and like care for them, water them, harvest them, eat them, cook them, like bottle and pickle and store, and it's a lot of stuff. But I guess like, you know, food you eat every day, 3 meals a day or more, and so it's just becoming kind of real now, but it seems like it's gonna be a lot of work. I have a lot of seeds. They all came from rainbowseeds.ca. It's, like I said before, it's a little family farm in New Brunswick, and they sell heirloom and heritage seeds that are hardy to like this climate and kind of a cold weather climate. So they don't have like the instructions on the packets, but if you go onto their website for a lot of the vegetables that they're selling, they have like a detailed description of how to grow them and like what kind of conditions they need for growing on the website. So I've just been checking on the website for the seed packets as I fill out my spreadsheet, but I really like what they have so far, and I'm very excited to see how they grow in the summer. This is the tree that we're gonna try to tap first. All right, I sent Dominic to the store to buy us buckets, and we have got taps, and we have lids. Yeah, and this is my cousin Amanda, who's here to help us. And what are you doing now?
Or I got a 3/8 bit and I got a half bit, and 7/16 lies in between those two. So you're supposed to use 7/16 size bit for this, but I don't have it. So we've never tapped trees before. This is a complete rush job. I didn't want to tap trees this year. My wife wanted to tap trees this year, so we compromised, and we're tapping trees this year. So that's it. So we got a few trees down along here. I mean, they're on the small side. I don't know how well they're going to tap. We'll give it a shot. It's supposed to be 8-inch diameter, so that's about 30 inch, about 27 inch. I'll do the math in a second, but it should be like mid to high 20s for the circumference of the tree. So like the base of this one, no sweat at all. You could, obviously it's big enough, but all these little ones, we're going to tap them anyway because they're getting chopped down. So yeah, we don't have a lot of light, so I don't want to talk for very long. So I'm just going to start drilling holes, and we're going to start putting in taps. Maybe up higher where the branches are.
Let's see the sound coming out there. Oh.
And then there we go.
Whoa.
One on.
Alright, so we put the spout in there onto the tree, and the bucket has a hole in it right here. On.
Sorry.
Okay, and then the lid goes on top of the spout like that. So we should be able to come out and take the needle out every day. And he is tapping another one. Woo! How satisfying.
This is more fun.
Yeah, but imagine the pancakes. Just think of the
Who's
pancakes.
gonna
I'm
make
just
those
imagining
pancakes?
the boiling down.
Who's gonna make those pancakes?
You are.
That's right. I think you guys might see a theme happening here this summer where I say we a lot, and I'm not doing anything. I'm filming, editing the videos, uploading them to YouTube, and Dominic is doing a lot of work. I would say that Amanda is probably going to be doing a lot of work this summer at our house. She's always here to help, and I'm just the idea person. Remember a few weeks ago when I published a video about building the garden fence? Well, remember how tall these were? There's so much snow under these that this is all that we have. More than enough. Who's measuring us?
It's about about 30 inches. So that's big enough. It's 8-inch diameter. So 8 times 3.14 would be
Oh, I can do math in my head.
25 and a half inches, 26 inches.
I'll agree to any number you say to me.
I'm guessing around there. So that's plenty, like that would be big enough. So that one theoretically would be one we can use year after year. But But he's not destined for that fate.
Sorcery. But just this guy, not the other guy back there?
Yeah, I can get him too. Probably all three of those.
No, oh, okay. This is
But
the one I'm
there's some
pointing.
decent sized ones down further too that I could get, but we'll leave them alone if they're if we don't have the bucket for it.
What is it? Oh, I can hear it. Ooh. Oh, look at that! Let's just drip it. I'll hold this up.
Oh, nice.
That's sap. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's sap.
Martin, get back from that. Don't get
Cool.
Oh.
I gotta see what it tastes like.
Probably doesn't taste like anything.
Yeah, I gotta see.
Is there sap in there too?
It tastes like water.
Oh, it is. It's dripping in that one
Oh
too.
yeah, it's dripping in that one too.
That's why I opened that.
I taste this one too.
All right, I'm gonna close this genie so we can't put anything in it. That one's still dry.
All right. It's just like water, but it's like kind of sweet.
Yeah, but that's why you have to boil it for like all night.
Yeah.
Because you have to just.
Could you just drink the maple water?
You could, but why?
People do that? I don't know. They could start a new trend.
Here you go. Here you go, Mom. I had to try it.
You had to try it? Oh yeah. Okay, buddy, we gotta get a video of you trying it. Okay. Ready? Okay. Woo! Careful, bud. All right.
It tastes like maple syrup.
Does it?
I taste all of it.
Are the other two stuffed together buckets out here or no?
Yeah, you brought them all out.
Did I really?
I'm trying to put my tongue out.
And Martin, get your mouth out of there. Martin, get out of there.
Yeah.
Straight from the tree, is it? All right, buddy, that's enough. That's really unsanitary. Okay, we're losing light. I'm gonna go and grab our last buckets that we left in the house. And, I mean, the sap is flowing, so that's a good sign. We'll see how it goes. We still need to get some like food grade buckets to collect the sap into. I haven't done that yet, so there's a few things I need to get to complete this, but I'm really happy that we tapped the maple trees.
From what I read, you need an 8-inch diameter, and these are pretty small. So we'll see how it goes. So let's have a look in the lids. All right. Just move it so you can see a little bit in there. And that one is a big tree. That one's probably a full foot diameter, I'd say. And that one is a smallish guy. Got a little bit in there. That one is almost empty. Just swish it so you can see. Very little. Hey, that one actually did pretty good. So I'm not sure how much you're supposed to get in a day. A little bit of floaties in there, it looks like. I'm gonna have to filter that out. Oh, this guy, essentially 0.
Okay, it is the end of week 3, and I finished my seed calendar for the most part. I have to pick up a few things to actually start the seeds this week. I'm going to do that in Sydney, and I'll tell you guys what I pick up in next week's video. And we tapped the maple trees. I'm really happy about it. Dominic didn't want to do it, but he did it. So I picked up the taps at Home Hardware. He picked up the metal buckets and lids at the Coop in Sydney. And I needed food grade buckets to put the sap in. I realized I don't really know anything about it, so once we tap the trees, we have to do something with the sap that we take out every day. And apparently sap is like you've got to treat it like milk. You can't leave it out. It's got to be cold. If you have it refrigerated, you've got to boil it down within a week, or you can freeze it and then wait until you collect everything and then boil it down. But we're at the point now where we have to be collecting it. So I went down to the coop. No, I went down to Home Hardware. I picked up food grade buckets. These were about $4.29. I got the lids for $2.99. When Dominic went to a grocery store in town and asked them to save frosting buckets for him, and he actually got frosting buckets for free. So if we thought ahead of time, we could have gone and asked for frosting buckets from local grocery stores that have like the bakeries that make all the cakes, and then you can get free food grade buckets like that. And the lid is actually way better on the frosting bucket than the lids I have, because I think I bought the wrong lids for the food grade buckets I bought from Home Hardware. But it wasn't super expensive, so it's not too bad. And we didn't get a chance to put up the shelves or crack fill because we're on break this week, so we'll get a lot more of that stuff done this week. So it's not that big of a deal. But that is it for this week, and we'll see you again on Sunday.
I know.
Hey bud, that's enough. Put it away. Martin.
That one back there is out.
It's gross puppy stuff.
It's all gone.
You drank it dry, did you?